Hey guys, welcome back to my video. Make sure to hit like and subscribe button. The first night started like every other night in the forest. My friends and I spawned next to a tiny campfire with nothing but a few sticks, a rusty axe, and way too much confidence. Yes, yeah, I said proudly. I've watched at least 3 videos about surviving in this game. I basically know everything. Really? Asked Ailey. Absolutely. I, Wolf, immediately ran out of the darkness and chased me into a tree. Okay, I shouted from the tree branches. I know almost everything. Everyone laughed while the wolf sat below me like it had just ordered dinner and was waiting for delivery. After escaping, we gathered wood and built a small camp. The forest looked peaceful during the day. Birds chirped. Sunlight shined through the trees, and everything felt normal. But when the sun started setting, the entire forest changed. Fog rolled between the trees. Strange noises echoed from far away, and somewhere in the darkness, something growled. "Did you guys hear that?" whispered Emmett. "Hear what?" I asked. The growling happened again, this time louder. Everyone immediately ran closer to the campfire. Nobody wanted to admit they were scared, even though we were all scared. Very scared. That night we survived by sitting around the fire and telling jokes. Unfortunately, Ahmed's jokes were so bad that even the monsters stayed away. By morning we were still alive. "Seek, said confidently. "Easy game." The forest immediately proved me wrong again. While exploring, we discovered a wooden sign. It simply said, "Do not feed the potato." We stared at it. "What potato?" asked Eli. "Maybe somebody dropped a potato," said Emmett. "Nobody builds a warning sign for a normal potato." We laughed and continued walking. 10 minutes later, we found a giant potato, not a normal potato, a monster potato. It was almost the size of a car. It had tiny glowing eyes, and it was staring directly at us. Nobody moved. The potato didn't move either. The silence felt awkward. Finally, Ahmed waved. The potato waved back. For a moment we thought it might be friendly. Then it opened a huge mouth and screamed. We ran. The potato chased us. I never knew potatoes could run so fast. It bounced through the forest like an angry basketball. Trees shook as it crashed into everything. Behind us we could hear it screaming, "Potato, what does it want?" shouted Eli. "Yeah, I think it is introducing itself," I yelled. We barely escaped and reached camp. The potato stopped at the edge of the firelight. It stared at us, then slowly disappeared into the darkness. Nobody slept that night. The next morning we decided to investigate. After all, curiosity is a terrible survival strategy. Following giant potato tracks, we discovered an abandoned cabin hidden deep in the woods. The cabin looked ancient. Broken windows, rotten walls, a door hanging crookedly. Inside we found old notes scattered everywhere. One note said, "Experiment number 47 escaped." Another note said, "Never give the potato intelligence." The final note said, "If you are reading this, run." That is not reassuring, Ayman said. Suddenly something crashed upstairs. We all froze. Another loud bang. Then footsteps. Slow footsteps, creak, 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 coming down the stairs. My heart nearly stopped. The footsteps got closer, closer, closer. The door slowly opened, and out walked a chicken. Just a chicken. The chicken stared at us. We stared at the chicken. The chicken made a confused noise and walked away. I almost fell over from relief. That chicken owes me a new heartbeat, I'd said, but our relief didn't last long. Outside the cabin we found something terrifying, fresh potato footprints. Very fresh. The monster had been watching us. That evening the fog became thicker than ever. Visibility dropped to almost nothing. We couldn't even see the trees around Campy. Then we heard a voice. A strange voice, coming from somewhere in the fog. "Hello." Everyone jumped.